The Turn the River Green celebration in Jamestown. This program on CCS-TV is presented by Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, a community resource. This is the Great American Solar Eclipse on CCS-TV.
Hello and welcome to CCS-TV's coverage of the 2024 solar eclipse here at Chautauqua County Airport. I'm Vaughn Chadwick.
I'm Kieran Milne, and behind us we have the viewing of the solar eclipse. Looks like it's getting a little clear out in the distance. A few more minutes, we're going to be able to see it. We saw the sun pop up just a minute ago. I'm here with Chautauqua County Executive PJ Wendell. PJ, what do you expect from the solar eclipse in a few minutes?
Well, we're waiting to see. We see an opening in the clouds. The sun is right now almost actually directly above us, so I'm hoping that break in the clouds is going to come right over top in the next hour or so, and we're going to be able to see a really good view of the solar eclipse.
Yeah, we have a bunch of people out here viewing out, so yeah, it should be good.
What effects do you think this could potentially have? What positive effects do you think this could potentially have for Chautauqua County, Jamestown in general?
Well, I'll tell you, the economic effect is huge. We went through last night. I was driving through Jamestown. One of our local restaurants was packed. I just spoke with somebody who was downtown yesterday. Said people are all over downtown. They're trying to, go into our shops and our stores, and many of the stores are open on a Sunday, which are usually not. So that's a bonus, and this is what we expect in the summertime. So many people have talked to me, and I've asked just different questions. They said it really feels like a summer day, but it's only in April. So this is exciting for the county. It's going to be a boost to the economy. Our hotels were booked, and Airbnbs in different areas where we do we're able to collect a occupancy tax and about the sales tax, and we look at the number of people here buying, goods and services, and I think it's exciting, to give just an economic boost to the county.
Thank you.
So you expect this air traffic control to be a little busy because you said like 40 planes are coming in. What do you have to say?
We're excited. Yeah, I know. I talked to Shannon. They're going to close the airport about an hour out from the actual event. So in the next few minutes, we'll start to see how many planes are coming in. We've been told there's a lot of planes. It's the most heavily flown day right now, so how many planes are up above the clouds that we don't see? I'm sure somebody wants that real close-up view, a couple million miles away, but it's a lot closer than we are here on the ground. But you know, I'm excited. You look at the number of airplanes here on the tarmac; it's incredible, and they're just really excited. I mean, this is all, you know, every one of these aircraft does provide the economy. They're buying fuel. There's a landing fee. There's other service fees. So, really exciting. And this is a boost, and you know. More to come from the airport, and as far as like, you know, potential air shows and other events that we'd like to, you know, start to bring here to Chautauqua County Airport.
Thank you. Coming up next, we're going to take a tour of the sky.
This is the Great American Solar Eclipse on CCS-TV. This is CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures.
Our generation has a choice: turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Market value pricing means you save more at Schultz Auto Group. Search for your next vehicle in person or online within our dealer network, now with an even greater selection of EVs. MVP means you'll get the best deals within our market. Schultz brings the showroom to you with optional, personalized virtual walk-around, remote financing, DMV services, and home delivery. 50 years experience with modern customer care. That's why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
At Wegmans, we've packed our fresh and delicious salads with incredible flavor. Each one is made with our very best ingredients, like fresh greens, imported cheeses, and our signature dressings. We've packed big, delicious flavor into every bite for salads that are endlessly good.
Lead-based paint was banned in 1978 for residential use, but 8 out of 10 of homes in Chautauqua County were built prior to that. One of the ways we can help here at the health department is coming in to test your home. We bring an XRF device. It doesn't destroy painted surfaces. We just lay that right on the surface, and it will give us a reading of lead-based paint levels in your home. We test homes built prior to 1978 where children under 6 live or visit up to 6 hours per week, and homes with pregnant women. For more information, visit healthychq.com. With the Chautauqua County Health Department, I'm Anna Powell.
You're watching CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures.
Hi, I'm Kieran Milne, and I'm here with Mr. Dave Hines of the Great Lakes Flight School, and I'm here with Mr. County Executive PJ Wendell. Come along and take a tour of the sky.
We're going up for a 1-hour discovery flight, so we're going to actually get to fly in this Cessna 182 here, fly around the county, do a little bit of sightseeing, and experience flight in a small single-engine aircraft. So we do flight training for the private pilot certificate, the instrument rating, and all the way to commercial pilot. We also do aircraft rental for certificated pilots, so they can rent our airplanes and fly them without having to own their own airplane.
Good. So when we're up in the aircraft here, do you think a lot of people were saying that traffic's gonna be crazy? Do you think so for the solar eclipse tomorrow?
I think tomorrow during the eclipse there will be a lot of traffic, but at least here for today we just have one plane taxiing out. Hasn't been a whole lot of traffic here so far today, so it should be good today.
Thank you.
Hi, we're gonna check out the weather real quick. Niner, Zulu, wind 080, at 0, Niner, visibility 10,
Sky condition clear. Temperature 10 Celsius. Dew point -0.3 Celsius. Altimeter 3018. Remarks. Density altitude 1,300.
Okay, so our altimeter is set and the wind is favoring runway 7. So we're going to let them know that we're taxiing to runway 7. Jamestown traffic, Skyline 4674 Sierra is on the ramp taxiing to runway 7 for departure. Jamestown traffic. Okay, so we're getting our oil warmed up here as we taxi as well.
Jamestown traffic, Archer entering the left downwind for runway 7, Jamestown.
So there's an Archer that's coming in. So we're going to go through our before takeoff checklist. So our brakes are set, cabin doors and windows are closed and locked. We're going to check our flight controls. So flight controls are free and correct, so that all looks good there. Flight instruments are set. Fuel selector is on both. Mixture, we're going to go ahead and put that rich right now. Auxiliary fuel pump on. So there's a little white switch next to the key. Go ahead and flip that on for me. There we go, it rises. Go ahead and flip that back off. And a fuel pressure falls, so our auxiliary fuel pump is working. Elevator and rudder trim are at takeoff position, so we're all good. Now we're going to go ahead and do our power check. So we're going to run it up to 1700 RPM.
Jamestown traffic, Archer turning left.
And we're going to do a magneto check here. Right magneto, slight drop, back to both. Left magneto, slight drop, back to both. Now we're going to check our propeller. We're going to cycle that high to low RPM. There's the drop. We're going to do that once more.
Jamestown traffic, Archer turning final, runway 7, touch and go, Jamestown.
Carburetor heat, slight drop, push that in. And then we'll bring the throttle below 1,000. And our radios are set for departure. We're on Jamestown's frequency there. Autopilot is off. Flashing beacon navigation and strobe lights now on. Throttle friction lock is good. And brakes release. So we're going to go flaps to 10. For takeoff, we're going to rotate at 60 knots and we're going to climb out at 70 knots. We're just waiting on this other plane to come in here and land before we roll onto the runway for takeoff. Okay, so he's down on the runway. He said he's doing a touch and go, so he's going to come back in the air here momentarily.
Jamestown traffic, Archer on the go, runway 7, Jamestown.
And is there any particular place that we'd like to fly to or over today?
Wherever.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this up in the air. Jamestown traffic, Skyline 4674 Sierra is departing runway 7, Jamestown traffic. All right, so we're going to roll on here.
Jamestown traffic, Archer just off at runway 7. We're departing the area to the northeast, Jamestown.
There we go, lined up with 7. So we're going to go ahead and give her full power. All right, engine instruments are in the green. Everything's looking good there. Here's 60. Go ahead and rotate, and we're off. All right. Now go ahead and take that gear lever there, pull that gear lever towards you, and then push it up and release. So, yeah, there we go. Perfect. Landing gear is up. We're going to go ahead and bring our flaps up. Okay. Might be just slightly bumpy down here, but we're going to climb up to where it's a little smooth.
Beautiful.
All right. And we've got our power set and our RPM set. And we're all configured to cruise climb. Just flew over a hawk. All right, if you want to take the controls, sir, we'll just climb straight ahead here for a little bit. There we go. Got a little bump there. Right, so we're coming through 2,500. We'll try to go up to about 5,000 feet here initially. Jamestown traffic, Skyline 4674 Sierra is departing the area to the east, climbing through 3,000. Jamestown traffic. All right, let's go find some smooth air and cruise around. So this airplane is kind of the pride of the fleet. It's our biggest, fastest airplane. Nice.
We go over to high school?
Yeah.
So David, you actually teach kids at Jamestown High School?
I do. So although I think there was a little bit of a break here recently, but I've gone down on Fridays to do some simulator work or present certain topics that are flight related.
In the aviation too is Mr. Kadri, right?
Yeah, yep.
Now, do students actually get some hands-on experience with that?
They do indeed. So actually, both semesters, everybody that was in the class got the opportunity to take a discovery flight in one of the school aircraft. And then we just 2 weeks ago, I think, did a tower tour, the air traffic control tower up in Buffalo.
Wow. Great.
Which, that's a neat field trip. Fly somewhere instead of take a bus.
Oh, yeah.
Right, climbing through 4,200 here.
Oh, there's Faulconer.
Yeah. Jamestown traffic, Skyline 4674 Sierra is transitioning over the field from east to west, climbing through 4,300 for 5,500, Jamestown traffic. There, looks like we're starting to find a little bit of smooth air there. Probably go up to 5,500 feet just to be at a nice cruising altitude.
Now, what's the range for this plane?
This can take about right around 7 hours on fuel, depending on how you fly it. So if you had a little bit of a tailwind, that would get you all the way to Florida in one tank of fuel.
Wow. I think I do have a shot of the high school. I can see City Hall off to our left.
Oh, yeah.
Probably too directly, but I saw Faulconer High School we were taking off. So, Dave, it's the same runway, but if you're taking off to the, was it east or west, it'd be runway 25?
Correct, yeah. Yeah, approximately to the west. And that's actually the most used one at this airport. It just so happens that the wind was favoring runway 7 today.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to configure for cruise flight here, so we'll get those cowl flaps closed. Get that trimmed out a little bit. So I actually have the autopilot flying at the moment, so it's going to kind of level us out, keep us on a heading here. There we go. So this is probably what it'll feel like right at this altitude. If the bumps are bothering anybody, we can go ahead and climb higher and try and find smoother air. Just let me know.
Climb higher.
Climb higher?
Yeah,
we can do that. Let's go up to 7,500.
So, there's Maple Grove School over there to our right.
Now you can see a boat on Chautauqua Lake today.
Oh, really? You know, the bridge is such a staple, but it's hard to believe that there was a time I first moved here, I wasn't even there.
The baseball fields. So how high can this aircraft go?
So legally, we can go to 14,500 feet because we don't have a pressurized cabin or oxygen masks. We can only stay at that altitude for 30 minutes though, and then we have to descend down to below 12,500 for the remainder of the flight.
So if you were going to fly to Florida, let's say, what would the altitude be?
I'd probably pick 11 or 12,000 feet, depending on the wind. So the winds are typically stronger the higher that you go. So if the wind is going in approximately the same direction you're going, it benefits you to climb higher. But if the wind is against you, it may benefit you to stay lower, so you're not working against so much wind.
Okay.
Right, so we got a little view of Jamestown and Lakewood there. Is there anywhere else that you'd like to see in particular?
So let me ask this question. I don't know how many times you've been up. So if you look down at that brown area in the water, are those weeds starting to come up?
I think that's sediment, actually, at the moment. So you'll get this greenish sort of tint coming in the summer, and I think that's weeds. But I think at the moment that's just stirred up sediment, maybe from Friday.
Okay. Wow, look at how much debris has come into the mouth of the Bemis Creek. Well, not just debris, but this is sediment.
Yeah, from the rainfall, had a lot of rain.
Number of docks are already in.
I'm going to change our heading here a little bit. There is some traffic out in the distance, approximately at our altitude. They'll be off our right side here.
So are you able to see that on the map you have then in the middle?
Yeah, so see that -02 with the little triangle? So that's indicating that aircraft and the fact that it says -03, so 300 feet below us. Aircraft are they look very small in relation to everything that you're seeing out the window, so it is very hard to visually see aircraft. Oh, I do see them right off off the trailing edge of our right wing. So just as I was saying, it's tough to see other aircraft, we actually do see one.
What kind of fuel does it take?
So this takes 100 octane low lead gasoline. So there is lead in it, but it's considered low lead, so it's much less lead than was in this leaded gasoline back in the day.
What year was this aircraft made in?
I believe that this is a 1983 model. I might be slightly mistaken on that.
What's the life expectancy of an aircraft like this?
Virtually unlimited as far as the airframe goes. So the engine gets overhauled or at least inspected every so many hours of use. But aircraft, because we don't drive in like salt like we do with cars, so they're not really subject to anything like as far as corrosion goes. So that really preserves the life of the aircraft. And then as long as you don't damage it, there's not a lot of wear-related parts on the airframe per se. We have aircraft in our fleet that go back to 1972, but there are very serviceable aircraft that go back into the 1940s.
Oh wow. So if you look, all of the digital avionics have been replaced then on this aircraft?
Yeah, exactly. So like these here are obviously not original, they're new additions, as is everything in this stack here. So actually the autopilot is controlling our heading right now. But if you want to control it, so you see on here you got this little blue thing there. So this dial here, it says heading and track. As I twist that, you see how that's moving there. That'll actually turn the plane to different headings. So you can actually control that to go wherever we want to go.
See peak and peak down there to your right.
Yeah, yep. Actually flew over that a little bit earlier this morning.
And is that Erie off in the distance?
Yeah, yep. Got Presque Isle out there, the peninsula.
Now at any time would you have to or call in or touch in with Erie air traffic?
No, not, so we're at an altitude that we wouldn't in any instance, but if we were at a lower altitude, we only would when we got 5 to 10 miles outside of their airport there.
Okay. About how far are we from there now?
Probably about 38 nautical miles.
Oh, wow.
Why don't you go ahead and give us a right turn, and we'll head to the north and see what's up to the north there. And I bet the visibility is good enough we'll be able to see buffalo, for example. That's Findlay Lake right down there.
Now, what's that lake beyond it?
That is Eaton Reservoir, in just across the border into Pennsylvania. So the borough of Northeast uses it as their drinking water reservoir.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can get a pretty clear view. You can see the city of Erie as well as the airport is out to the left of the city there, that big clearing. You can see the terminal and some hangar buildings there.
Oh.
Here I'm going to turn us a little bit more here, kind of due north.
So if somebody were to start taking lessons, about how long would it take to achieve your pilot's license?
In terms of raw time, like calendar time, just depends on how many times or how often you want to fly. So if you could go from one extreme, somebody wants to fly 4 to 5 days a week, and then you could be looking at anywhere between 2.5 to 3.5 months, to somebody that maybe wants to fly twice a month, and then that could take them maybe 18 months to complete. So it just kind of depends on what pace that you want to go at.
And how many hours do you need to have your license?
A legal minimum of 40 total hours when they're ready to take the practical test or the check ride.
Oh.
You can.
How fast you can just get
What's that?
It's crazy how fast you can just get to Erie.
Oh yeah, yeah. In this airplane, I mean, we're going quick. This one, I took a trip in it recently to Wisconsin, and it was about 3 hours and 20 minutes from Jamestown, where that would be like a 12-hour drive.
Yeah, you're moving.
Yeah.
Now, like St. Mary's Airport, how far is that from here?
Well, from the Jamestown Airport, I think it's just over 50 miles, so maybe like 50, 52.
Oh, wow. How long would it take to get there?
In this plane, maybe 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. In a 172, maybe a half hour to 40 minutes.
Chautauqua Gorge down there.
Yeah.
About 3 miles southwest of the ocean.
So this gauge right here, this is for like your horizon and your altitude?
Yeah, so actually this is a what they call a primary flight display. So it's given us our artificial horizon or attitude indicator. It's also telling us our speed. It's given us the speed in digits, as well as we have the speed tape on the side that's color coded. It's given us our altitude over here, both in digits and then an altitude tape on the side. We can see its little VS, it's a vertical speed box. It tells us how many hundreds of feet per minute that we're climbing or descending. And then on the bottom, it's telling us what compass heading that we're currently heading for. So we're on a 360 heading.
Traffic, 1051's entering 45 downward, runway 10.
Turn us along the lakeshore here. Probably shoot like a 060 heading there. And then it's also given us the purple and the
Jamestown traffic scanning 540 downwind.
the purple and the yellow triangles is what's called a flight director. So if we were hand flying the aircraft and we wanted to do what the navigation system wanted us to do, we just position our yellow triangles, which we control, with the purple triangles, which the avionics is controlling. There, so now we're flying into the wind, so you can see our speed came way down. So we're doing about 127 knots across the ground, which is about 145 miles an hour now.
And then this controls your directions, right?
Yeah, this is basically kind of treated like as a compass. So it's showing us our heading, and then that blue is how we adjust what the autopilot selected heading is for the heading track mode.
And this is your knots and how fast you're going?
Yeah, so basically a backup for the speed on that side, and then this altimeter is a backup for your altitude that you see over here.
And then this, when you're landing, you can adjust your flaps, right?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, so that's your flap handle. You just set it how many degrees of flaps that you want. I like to use 30 degrees or full flaps when we come into land. Okay, so we have opposite direction traffic that's about 2,500 feet below us.
Jamestown traffic, Skyline 54 Hotel left base.
It'll be kind of coming head on, but underneath of us. That'll be kind of cool to see if we get to see it. You're starting to see Buffalo and Niagara Falls come into view over there.
What is this controller here?
So that is used for instrument navigation. So if we were inside the clouds or in low visibility like fog,
Kind of see where you're going?
yeah, actually you would do what they call fly to the needle. So that can either track a course or it can give us an instrument approach right down to the runway of an airport. So if that needle were to move left to center, we just move left to stay with it. Right, yeah. And then this vertical one here, if we're actually doing an instrument approach to an airport, it's going to give us that vertical guidance up and down to take us right into the runway.
So a little piece of information, everything you see on the back side of that wall down there,
yeah,
that was not there 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So when you hear about Barcelona and what got pushed in, all of that material from those on the other side of that wall was not there.
Ah, okay.
It used to be 12 feet deep from that. So when you hear those seiches, the sand, you can see the sediment in the water that pushes up and over, and that's about 12 feet above where it was 4 years ago.
Okay.
So the infamous problems you see in Barcelona, if you see there's a rock area,
yeah,
there's those gray dots, and that area around it is a rock. You'll see there's nothing along that rock. So what we're trying to do is put those rocks out further so that that sediment doesn't end up on the back side of the breakwater.
Ah, I gotcha.
A little bit of my Cliff Clavin worthless knowledge I've acquired as county executive.
So I've actually boated to that harbor from northeast Pennsylvania once.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Now again, my son works on a dive boat out of that harbor. It was supposed to be, they were going to take people out tomorrow, but the Coast Guard couldn't come in and inspect them in time. So.
Okay.
Got some other aircrafts out here.
Yeah, so as you can see, like the minus, so like this one says minus 11. So that's in hundreds of feet. So that particular aircraft is 1,100 feet below where we're at currently.
And then this is 3,600, right?
Yeah, 3,600 below. Or this one that says +9 is 900 feet above where we're at, yeah.
So basically, if it's 2 digits, then you're in the thousands. But then you're in the hundreds if it's less.
Yeah, yep, yeah, because it's given you in hundreds of feet. So if it's 10 or over, it's 1,000 feet or over. Yeah, exactly. That whole collection of buildings over that way, that's Niagara Falls over that way. Now, you can also see the Welland Canal over here. That's how ships get down to Lake Ontario without having to go over the falls. You can see there's a lake freighter there. I guess that would be downbound. They would call that in the lake freighter industry. Headed for the Welland Canal.
It looks so small, but pretty big when you get next to them.
Yeah, actually there's 2 out there.
Yeah, one north of here.
So your throttle is how much power you can put into it, right?
Exactly, yes, that controls our power. So on this airplane, because we've got a constant speed propeller, our manifold pressure is an indication of how much power the engine's producing. Now you can see that throttle's all the way in, and it's not even close to the top of that green range, and that's because this is not a turbo or supercharged engine, so it relies on the ambient air pressure outside when it draws that air in. Well, because there's less air pressure at this level, it draws less air in, so it can only produce so much power. So the higher we climb, less power the engine will produce. Now, if we had a turbocharger or a supercharger on here up to a certain limit,
You can control it.
exactly, it would maintain the same level of power.
How far can this aircraft like go down?
We could bank all the way over to, I wouldn't bank it to 90 degrees, but like for commercial, there's a commercial pilot maneuver known as commercial steep turns that will bank it to 60 degrees of bank and do a full 360-degree turn.
Wow.
See Southwest over there?
Yep.
Wow, that's impressive.
That's Southwest Flight 169 inbound to Buffalo, Niagara International.
Yep. Way above us.
Yeah, well, actually just 3,000 feet.
Jamestown traffic. Bristol entering the pattern on the left crosswind for runway 7, Jamestown.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and send on down. I'll put that to 3,500. That'll put us in vertical speed mode. And I'm going to bring our throttle
Jamestown
back.
traffic. Bristol left downwind. Runway 7, Jamestown.
And we'll descend at 700 feet a minute there.
So it's impressive to take a bird's eye view of the county, but you know, as we said before, air traffic and air travel coming into the county is, imperative. You know, I'd love to see our airport as busy as it is today and tomorrow, every day of the week, but you know, really not.
Jamestown traffic, Bristol to Lima.
But you know, it's you know, air travel is you know, critical to the area, and like I said, we're going to continue to look at options and make sure that if we aren't able to get that sustainable air or the essential air service, then we're going to focus on what we would then look as a general aviation airport. So
I think it's pretty incredible for the eclipse specifically. How many people?
Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah.
You forget that we are one of the prime viewing spots for the eclipse. So just again, really impressive to see the number of aircraft coming in to experience what we have to offer. I've been telling everybody we're the tip of the spear when it comes to the eclipse in New York State. So
You can really feel the air pressure with your ears.
Yeah.
I mean, we went from 8,000 to 3,000 in like minutes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep, we were descending about probably an average of 900 to 1,000 feet per minute. All right. Jamestown traffic, 4674 Sierra is entering left downwind, runway 7, Jamestown traffic.
Operation Jamestown clear of all accidents.
But what is like one of the key things when you're landing?
Airspeed is king, so let's put it that way. That's an oft-repeated phrase. So your airspeed represents the energy state of the aircraft, so how much energy is left in the aircraft. So you want to manage that well. You don't want to get it in too low of an energy state where you actually have an uncontrolled descent or a stall. You also don't want too much energy because to land, you basically want the aircraft to run out of energy. Okay, there we go. RP'd out, mixture full ridge, propeller full forward. Landing gear is down. We are ready to land. Jamestown traffic, Skylane 4674 Sierra is turning left base, runway 7, Jamestown traffic. Okay, so this is known as our base turn. So this is perpendicular to our runway. And we're going to go 20 degrees on the flaps. Airspeed's looking good at 80. 80-ish. All right, now we're going to make one more left turn called final and line up with the runway. Jamestown traffic 4674 Sierra is turning final, runway 7, full stop, Jamestown traffic. Oop, that wind kind of pushed us off a little bit.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, so we'll add some flaps. We'll drive her back to the center of the runway here. There we go. Bit of turbulent air down towards the ground today. Okay, now we just hold that nose off. There we go. That's all there is to it, so we'll go ahead and exit up here at Delta 3.
Operations transitioning from maintenance to terminal. Foxtrot, Bravo, and Delta.
Looks like we got some folks filming us come back in. So what I'll actually do, I didn't intend to turn off this early, but I will. That way we can give them a little closer shot for their video.
Thanks, on the scene.
Yep. Got some colorful aircraft visiting today.
So as we got up in the aircraft, we were extending up, and it was a little bumpy on the way there. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so today that's called convective turbulence, and that's because the sun is warming the ground. And we've got different types of ground. So we've got pavement, we've got maybe open fields, forests, ponds and lakes, stuff like that. And that warms up at different rates. So the air that is sitting above it warms up as the ground warms up at different rates. That air warms up at different rates, and that warm air climbs at different rates. So it's basically the equivalent of driving down maybe a dirt road that has some potholes in it.
So mid-flight, you're mentioning that this aircraft is, for Cessna, is really powerful. You said with a car, you could get to Wisconsin in 12 hours, and what'd you say in an aircraft in this?
About 3 hours and 20 minutes, depending on the wind.
That's crazy. Can you tell us a little bit more about the instruments that were inside the aircraft, the new avionics?
Yeah, so we have a what's known as a Garmin GPS system that gives us satellite-based navigation. So we can basically navigate direct to anywhere based on satellite signals. We can also shoot instrument approaches both based on ground-based radio aids as well as just GPS coordinates in the sky.
So in the aircraft, on like the map, there was the numbers that would show you how, if there's aircraft above you or anywhere like around you. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so that's something called automatic dependent surveillance broadcast, and that is aircraft that broadcast their GPS location and altitude out to other aircraft so that we can see where other traffic is, where they're headed, what speed they're going, and at what altitude they're at. So that helps us to avoid other traffic in the air.
So how fast could this aircraft go if you put it at max speed?
In a calm wind condition, this will be about 185 mile an hour aircraft. Now, if we're flying with a tailwind somewhere, we could get it up to 230, 250 miles an hour over the ground.
So you mentioned mid-flight that legally you could go as high as 14,500 feet. Could you go like beyond that if you wanted to?
So we could, but we'd have to have onboard oxygen supply for both pilots.
Thank you.
You're watching the Great American Solar Eclipse on CCS-TV. CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures.
Lead-based paint was banned in 1978 for residential use, but 8 out of 10 of homes in Chautauqua County were built prior to that. One of the ways we can help here at the health department is coming in to test your home. We bring an XRF device. It doesn't destroy painted surfaces. We just lay that right on the surface, and it will give us a reading of lead-based paint levels in your home. We test homes built prior to 1978 where children under 6 live or visit up to 6 hours per week, and homes with pregnant women. For more information, visit healthychq.com. With the Chautauqua County Health Department, I'm Anna Powell.
Experience the difference buying your next pre-owned ride at Schultz. Certified technicians ensure every vehicle has up-to-date maintenance and reconditioning to make our pre-owned inventory like new again. Most pre-owned purchases include a limited lifetime engine warranty and 1 year of complimentary service. Explore Schultz extended warranty options for even more peace of mind on the road. That's why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
At Wegmans, we've crafted our new sandwiches with layers and layers of deliciousness. Each one is made fresh with our very best ingredients, like hearty breads made with grains from near our stores, premium cheeses, and freshly carved meats. We've packed big, delicious flavor into every bite for sandwiches that are endlessly good.
Schultz is the place where you can not only find your next new car, you can customize it exactly how you want it. Build a vehicle from one of your favorite brands, secure rebates and incentives, and expect delivery within 6 to 8 weeks. Get the keys to your ride in-store or in your own driveway and enjoy a year of complimentary Schultz Auto Care. Walk in to view our exciting inventory of vehicles arriving daily, or schedule your digital consultation online today to discover why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
This is CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures. You're watching the Great American Solar Eclipse on CCS-TV.
Alright. Hello and welcome back to CCS-TV. It's cleared up a little bit here at Chautauqua Airport, but we started to get a little rain, so there's that. But you know, maybe there'll be a little rainbow with the eclipse today. We're here with the Civil Air Patrol, Jamestown Squadron. So, you guys want to introduce yourselves here?
Sure. I'm Lieutenant Roberts, an EA officer.
Lieutenant Colonel Ellen Maternowski, I'm the commander.
Captain Max Martin.
What exactly is it that the Civil Air Patrol does?
Well, we do a lot of things. We work in the community service, we do aerospace education, we do cadet leadership, we do emergency services, we do cyber patriot, and we do tons of things. That's really a lot. And these kids are great. Right now we have, here at this event, we have Hamburg TAC and Jamestown Squadrons, Southtown Squadrons and Jamestown Squadrons with us. And I can't thank all for doing what they're doing here.
How do you go out and promote your organization and get people to join?
I've tried many ways, but the best way is word of mouth. And people today, I've had many over this past weekend, did not know about Civil Air Patrol. And I've explained to them, and I've had people say they're going to be at our meeting on Thursday nights. So welcome all. 12 and up, the ages are 12 to 21 for cadets, and the ages for adult members are 21 and up.
Where will that meeting be for those that are interested?
Jamestown Airport, and we meet in the main lobby.
All right. I also got a question. How old do you exactly have to be to join the Civil Air Patrol?
12 years old and up.
What is like your most important or key thing that you do in the Civil Air Patrol?
It's all important.
All important.
All important, round program. I forgot to mention that I have had cadets become pilots. And we have a wings program that helps a cadet do piloting and get their license. And 3 of them did it on their own, but I had one cadet at the age of 16 get his pilot, and at 17 he got his pilot license. I had another cadet that was with me for a year, didn't know what happened to him, and his mother got a hold of me, and she told me he finished school, went to college, went in the Air Force, went in the Air Force and became a Thunderbird. Wow. And in turn, not a Thunderbird pilot, but he was a top chief or something like that for the Thunderbirds, and his number 4 pilot.
Thank you. I thank you guys for your service as well.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Can I step away?
You're watching the Great American Solar Eclipse on CCS-TV.
Experience the difference buying your next pre-owned ride at Schultz. Certified technicians ensure our inventory gets up-to-date maintenance. Most purchases include a limited lifetime engine warranty and more. That's why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
We get how uncertain the future is. We've come of age in a complex world, face to face with problems we didn't create. So what's gonna happen next? We are. Because our future is the future. The life we have chosen has prepared us for this. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day. We're gonna save families from disasters and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more because we have an appointment with destiny. We invite you to join us. The next greatest generation is now.
You're watching CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures. You're watching the Great American Solar Eclipse on CCS-TV.
All right, hello and welcome back. We're starting to see glimpses of the sun now. The rain has stopped partially, a little bit, but sun's starting to come out. People were hooting and hollering, and pretty excited to see it. So we're here with
Jenna O'Neill,
Molly O'Neill,
Jacob O'Neill, Andrew O'Neill, Ethan O'Neill.
Where are you guys from?
We're from Portville, New York, so just east of here on 86.
All right. Oh, and
Pat Smeraldo from CCS. So we were out scanning the crowd, in which now there are hundreds of people here. And I bumped into the O'Neill family from Portville. And that's okay. And I bumped into the O'Neills from Portville, and they drove up today to check this out here at the airport. They're really excited. And Miss Molly here is a little special. If you can see on her shirt, my birthday is
From the universe.
From the universe.
It says April 8th, and she turns 8 today on the 8th.
Happy birthday on the 8th.
Happy birthday.
And Molly and I share a special day because today is my birthday. So we were talking about that in the crowd. But come on in here and tell these guys what you think of this and what's going on with all the excitement.
We've known about this for a little while with her birthday, when in 2017 she was 1, and so we had planned that on her birthday we were going to figure out what we were going to do. And when we saw that it was going to be better west, we made our move today to come here. So
that's wonderful.
Happy birthday.
That's awesome. There's plenty of people up here right now enjoying this. The clouds are breaking a little bit. Looks like we're going to get a glimpse, and we're going to stay for the excitement. We'll keep going with you. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
This is CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures.
Our generation has a choice: turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Market value pricing means you save more at Schultz Auto Group. Search for your next vehicle in person or online within our dealer network, now with an even greater selection of EVs. MVP means you'll get the best deals within our market. Schultz brings the showroom to you with optional personalized virtual walk-around, remote financing, DMV services, and home delivery. 50 years experience with modern customer care. That's why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
At Wegmans, we've packed our fresh and delicious salads with incredible flavor. Each one is made with our very best ingredients, like fresh greens, imported cheeses, and our signature dressings. We've packed big, delicious flavor into every bite for salads that are endlessly good.
Lead-based paint was banned in 1978 for residential use, but 8 out of 10 of homes in Chautauqua County were built prior to that. One of the ways we can help here at the health department is coming in to test your home. We bring an XRF device. It doesn't destroy painted surfaces. We just lay that right on the surface and it will give us a reading of lead-based paint levels in your home. We test homes built prior to 1978 where children under 6 live or visit up to 6 hours per week, and homes with pregnant women. For more information, visit healthychq.com. With the Chautauqua County Health Department, I'm Anna Powell.
You're watching CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures. You're watching the Great American Solar Eclipse on CCS-TV.
Well, I think what you talked about with County Executive Wendell was the economic impact. Obviously, you can see we just talked to.
Oh my gosh!
Let's check the
it's coming back.
Another glimpse of the sun, as bright as can be up there.
Oh my gosh!
Getting that cloud to move. I think we're going to be able to pull this through here in a minute. But like the county executive said, with the economic impact, I mean, we can look here. Hundreds, 500, maybe close to 1,000 people up here right now. The family from Olean was here. You know, people traveled far because we could see the jets.
Oh yeah.
There's a jet back there. There's probably 20 planes on the tarmac here.
And expect to come more.
Yeah, absolutely. People have been flying in and enjoying our area, which is great. And hopefully, you know, with these projects and things like this, it's a return destination.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously enjoying the day today. It's beautiful weather. I mean, for April 8th, you know, it could be worse in Chautauqua County and Jamestown, New York. Yeah,
last year we had snow.
Exactly.
So it's like.
So we're doing okay. So there's a plane starting up in the back. We have heard that some of the people are going to fly and try to almost chase the eclipse a little bit, which would be neat.
That's cool.
But yeah, I mean, I'm real excited just about the coverage and what you and Vaughn are doing, and with the camera guys and with Justin and CCS-TV. We've been able to go in multiple places. Vaughn's going to get in here and take over from him. We're going to go to multiple places and just continue to do things like this. Real excited for our area right now, and as the county executive said, you know, we're doing it in Chautauqua County. This is awesome, and we'll give it a shot. And that cloud's going to clear, I got a feeling, and you guys are going to carry on. So you guys chat it up, and I'll book out.
All right. So Vaughn, what do you expect? Like, I mean, it's cloudy, but I think in a few minutes, I think it's going to clear up. What do you think?
Compared to this morning, it's cleared up a lot. So I think definitely by the time, I think we can definitely get a good glimpse at it, and maybe a little bit. So, you know, it'll clear up, hopefully, God willing. So.
Yeah, it's crazy because we saw a few seconds ago. It was almost halfway, like covering the.
We did see a slight glimpse earlier, and we had people. We had a lot of oohs and ahs because, you know, people were really excited to see it. I mean, you gotta look at how many people are out here right now, just to see this right now. So
it's just amazing. There's like thousands of people out here. It's packed, It hasn't been like this in years, so
Exactly.
this
Right
should
here
be
in
really
little
cool.
Jamestown, New York.
Right here in Jamestown, New York, and there's expected to get like 20 more planes in, and like Mr. Marlo said, there's going to be a bunch of people chasing the eclipse. So yeah, there's a lot. Vaughn, you got anything else about the eclipse? We got a lot.
I mean, not much. I mean, there's already. I mean, you can't really see it, but over here there's just a ton of people.
Tons of people.
There's tens of people over here, and if there's expected to be more. There's people inside. There's people on the roofs. You know, probably people by the food trucks if I had to guess. So
yeah,
you know, just keep it coming.
So we'll be right back.
Take a break.
Yeah.
That's where it gets rough because I have no idea what to do.
You're watching the Great American Solar Eclipse on CCS-TV. CCS-TV isn't just a television channel, it's a powerful extension of Collaborative Children's Solutions, a nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering children with the tools they need to unleash their full potential. Our mission is to spark the flames of passion for broadcasting within the young minds of tomorrow. We believe in providing authentic, hands-on experiences in the field of broadcasting, allowing children to explore their creativity and communication skills in a supportive environment. Tune in to CCS-TV for a unique blend of educational and entertaining content created by the brilliant minds of our young broadcasters. From informative shows to imaginative storytelling, every program is crafted with the intention of fostering curiosity, self-expression, and a love for learning. CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures. Student interns are welcome. Learn more at ccs-tv.com. You're watching the Great American Solar Eclipse on CCS-TV.
Hello and welcome back to Jamestown Airport. There's been more glimpses, and with each one, it seems the cheers just get louder and louder. People already are putting their glasses on now, and you know, the excitement here. People are just can't wait to see this eclipse here.
So with everything that we do at CCS, you know, parades or whatever, you can hear the oohs and ahs, and as people start to gaze up.
Speaking of that, we got a glimpse right here.
There we go. We're getting it in and out. I'm getting multiple reports, pictures, text messages from people around Chautauqua County that have clear views up by Bergman and what have you. We're doing a little cloud cover, but we're getting glimpses, and it's neat to hear the reaction of the now almost probably 1,000 people. as they get a glimpse and then we turn up and look at it. To be a part of this, to be honest with you, is really exciting. And with the cadets here and little kids here that didn't have school today, and the adults that are up here watching, plane enthusiasts, planes taking off and coming back and forth and pointing at the sky. It's really exciting to do this. And if I don't get a chance to do this, my two young newbies here have been doing great, and Vaughn and Cam, and we had some footage of Cam up in the plane yesterday with the county executive and Justin, and that was awesome too. It's been a great experience for us. We're just going to keep continuing, and as you go,
there it is. There it is.
Yeah. A little peek up there. People cheering, laughing, joking. It's almost the anticipation of it going in and out, right?
Yeah. With every cheer, there's just a horde of cell phones getting risen up
exactly.
just to get any
bunch of
shot
cell
they
phones
can.
up there.
So this really, is a once in a lifetime thing. We're right in the path. Even though, like I say, and I actually know some people right now that happen to be in Mexico, and they've been texting me, and we can see a little bit of it here and there, what's coming in and out. Different parts of, I have my sister-in-law that was downstate, different areas up in Buffalo, and I think Chautauqua County lucked out with as much as we could see. Obviously, everybody's talking about the last couple of days, how clear it was. That's great. Trust me, from a guy that does St. Patrick's Day and parades and fireworks shows, weather is something you deal with in Chautauqua County, but I think that we are enjoying the experience up here beyond expectations, and just the vibe of the people with chairs set up and the food vendors were here and the music and things like that. It's just been a tremendous event by the county, so it's great.
And given Western New York, you can never predict the weather out here, so
Yeah, and Cam, yesterday in the plane it was pretty clear for a little plane flight. So Cam, if you didn't get a chance to see it. I just saw a clip of it and a video of it of Cam and going to the county executive and little, we joked about it. Full disclosure, I was asked to go up in there. I don't do little planes, so I pulled on some the lucky of the county executive and Cameron here, and they went up for us and with Justin. And the footage that I just watched, I used a kid word, was sick. It was absolutely incredible to basically watch Cam go through a tutorial on camera, and brilliance of Justin Gould again, once again following up with the school program when you had gone up, and Mr. Hurst had taken the pictures with Dr. Whitaker, and he's pushing the plane program. But to watch the video tutorial and the interactions and, the pilot pointing things out to the county executive and watching it from the air, and this weekend has been such a hit in Chautauqua County, and this is just the culmination. It feels to me like it's getting darker.
It is getting darker. It is getting real dark.
Right now, we probably got some planes up in the sky, too, that we can't see.
Yep.
But we got people from all over. I think I see a guy in a Packers jacket over there.
Yep.
So, all over the country, just here
Bills,
in Chautauqua County, which we don't get often. So,
No, actually, when we were here yesterday, Cameron had landed, and they were finishing up on the plane, and a jet flew in right after him with a pilot that was empty, just the pilot, and is here to pick people back up that have been here in our region, vacationing, waiting for today. And, yesterday downtown, if you drove downtown, you saw people going in and out of cars.
Lined
up with Oregon, Mississippi plates, whatever. People going inside of the Comedy Center back and forth.
Yes.
So for an event like this, and to
incredible.
see people that come up, I was stunned when we met the family from Portville with a little girl whose birthday was today. Just to think they came to Chautauqua County to do this, and now to enjoy this, and it's dark. It's pretty dark up here. I don't know what the camera picks up, but
we've had to bring out the light here
we have the lights
so we
going.
can be seen.
And Mr. Maraldo, you mentioned that PJ Wendell was talking about the economy and how this is really good for the economy here. What do you got to say about that?
I mean, county executive and I, and Mayor Eklund and I, and the city, that's when we do these events, that's the hope, the Gus Macker.
Gus Macker's a big one.
Gus Macker's a big one. I know that, the Italian American Committee, they're bringing in a group, a female Femmes Rock group on April 18th. The more that we can attract things like this to Chautauqua County, when the pilot got off the plane yesterday, he was going to Bradford to stay in a room because that was the closest one. So if you see where we're standing, you go down 86, he had to go all the way to Bradford. So when hotel rooms are packed,
Oh, and they were expensive too.
They were expensive.
They were very
yeah,
expensive.
They were spending money. Pace's Pizza, I guess, was
Pace's
packed.
was cranking.
Yeah, it was cranking.
It was crazy.
So
it was
crazy. So that's that kind of stuff to capitalize on that. And the hope is too, really, you know, when I've talked to these officials about this and all of them about this, the hope is that they've come here, they've seen the comedy center and didn't get a chance to go into it.
They enjoyed it.
And they enjoy it, and hopefully they come back, right? And that's the goal, is they take advantage of our lakes and our wineries and our ski resorts and all those great things we have here.
Peak, Holiday Valley.
Absolutely.
And hopefully it brings more money to us, so there could be more things that they can enjoy here.
Listen, I've been living here my whole life, fellas, and I'm probably 4 times your age almost. But I mean, it's realistically where we live and the resources that we have at our fingertips.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Look at this airport. I mean, I was up
packed.
here. I haven't been here since we flew out as a family, and I was here yesterday, but that's probably 11 or 12 years. I was telling you, I don't know how long it was, but literally the things you can do with this airport up here outside of planes. Private planes are coming in. If I know that we're talking about trying to get regional airlines back, that'd be great. But the space in general is awesome. It is dark.
Yeah, it feels
it's
like
getting a lot darker now.
Really dark here.
Here, and you can't see it, but there's just people lined up all along this side.
On the roof too.
Over here, you know, but and there's people on the roof.
Yeah. The county executive was up there taking pictures. Channel 2 News is here. They were here live. Actually, the weather guys up there. I'm a Channel 2 fanatic from 5 in the morning till 7 in the morning, and he had said that the clouds were pushing out of Cleveland quicker, and in the southern part of western New York, where we're at, that we were going to be able to see it. We did. We have. It's pretty dark.
Oh, it's getting dark now.
And we were in the prime zone too.
Yeah, we were in the prime zone right as it goes through, and literally, this is something really it is.
Well, it is dark out here.
This is wild. So, just to be able to enjoy this and see the nature. My son, there was another plane taking off in the background.
Another plane taking off.
They're going to chase it. And as you can see that, and they're cheering away at that guy.
And there they go.
And there he takes off.
Yeah.
It's wild. In and out.
We were here yesterday.
There's a little glimpse.
And you could get a peek of it now.
Wow.
It's literally almost covered. You can see in the back.
Oh my
God.
God.
It has really darkened up now.
Oh my gosh.
Here it is. And
there
they
is,
are.
folks.
Cheers and hollers from all over.
It's wild. It's mind-blowing. It really is.
You know what I'm thinking?
If you can see in that background of where it's coming from, the orange sky is in the back.
The horizon.
And it's dark as night here, and this is what we were waiting for.
Glass is on. Glass is on.
For a year. Is that what is this the?
Wow.
That's just
beautiful
crazy.
views out here too.
Yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous. You can now have a hard time making out the planes at the end of the tarmac because it is so dark.
Mr. Smeraldo,
Yes, sir.
how long did they say how long this was going to go for? Like
just
3
minutes. I believe it's just minutes. I hear local fireworks going off.
Yeah, I hear fireworks too.
I think 3-4 minutes. I mean, but you literally, it looks like one of those concerts up here where everybody pulls their phones out. You can see just lights in the background of people. There's a plane in the dark horizon up there. I'm assuming that's just the guy that took off.
Maybe a weatherman, maybe trying to chase it.
Maybe, very possible. But literally for at least a year, Chautauqua County's been talking about this, and this is absolutely incredible to witness.
It's been all over major news channels too, especially.
Yeah, it's that's crazy. Look at that plane. That is absolutely insane when you look at the horizon off of the airport with all the land that we have, to see the light on the end of the horizon there, and then that plane flying.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like over here, it's almost pitch black.
And now the orange is chasing us.
And the
from
orange,
back.
yeah. And then over here, it's like day.
And you can see,
And over here, it's like
this is
day.
absolutely insane.
It's crazy.
It's absolutely beautiful out here. We got a lot of people here, and there's probably more coming.
There's probably more coming.
Definitely a lot more coming, especially now that it's actually hit. People, glass is on.
You cannot
Glass
see.
is on.
Vaughn is giving us the go-to here. I don't know if you have those. I guess I'm going to
I have
use
some.
Okay, I'm going to use these to be safe.
Yeah.
I don't want my my optometrist
You don't
to be
need
mad
them.
at me. I don't need them.
You don't need them.
You don't need them? Or
you don't
I
need
guess
them
we don't need
because-
them right now during this
Yeah.
part of the eclipse,
Okay.
but
maybe at the end we do.
eventually.
That's why you
know,
have kids
afterwards
helping you on the TV because they know better than the old guys. This is a part of CCS-TV, which you guys have just. Guys, I'm getting text messages, and I showed you. The guys are crushing it. They're killing it. They're killing it. To experience this with
Once in a lifetime.
15-year-old kids, I think you're 15.
I'm
somewhere
16.
around- So you're 16. Okay. To experience this and be able to just watch this with you guys and to see it through the way you've described it. We talked about this on the way up here. Might be stuck for words, whatever. And this is to watch the natural reactions of not only the guys that are commentating, Vaughn and Cameron, but the actual people as we're all experiencing it is really what Justin and I and everybody we like to bring you with CCS is it's there. This is what they want to do, right? I enjoy this. I could have just sat back, whatever, but to watch them take this project yesterday with the plane and today with this has been it's been an experience for me because nobody knows what's happening, and to watch it through their eyes has just been phenomenal for me.
it's a truly magical environment down here with every single glimpse that people can get. There's just the cheers get louder and louder.
Yeah.
And it's magical, truly.
And literally, it's 3:21, and
3:21. It's starting to light up a little bit.
It's starting to light up behind us. This is incredible.
Oh, it's
By the way, if
crazy.
nobody, if you don't realize that Justin Gould is a genius, he's been up here hustling his tail for CCS, and County Executive Wendell has always been behind us, and I appreciate him and everything he's done in the airport. I mean, to open up the airport, this jewel that we have in the sky. I talk about jewels all the time. The Northwest Arena, the lakes that we have, things like that in this area. This airport is a jewel. It's served us well, and if you can see,
within a minute, it's starting to light up again.
Justin always jokes with me about we're going to go home and watch this. Yeah, I'm going to go home and watch this in about an hour, and to watch this now light back up again, and to think somebody just in front of us is now getting the experience we just had. That's the best part.
It's going to keep going on.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Absolutely insane. So I hope everyone was able to enjoy this today. We did. I was just checking my time. It's 3:22. I looked. It was like 3:16 when it started to get dark, totally dark. And that's what they waited for. Now, as you can see, the planes are back up. Actually, you can see people. Looks to me like they're even going to the planes.
Yeah, they're getting back in their planes over there.
Start chasing it and do whatever. But to yesterday we had a chance to talk to a couple pilots and things like that of people that have come in to our area and just fly. And yesterday I watched planes, and there's a county executive. Thumbs up there. Yes, this is that guy up there worked his tail off, fought through a couple of wacky things along the way, and look at what the county of Chautauqua has put together for our residents here in Chautauqua that not only we've been able to enjoy, but others have been able to enjoy. So I really appreciate him and his team that have done a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
The hordes
We'll
of people
be
that were
right
here
back.
earlier, they're starting to shift out. You can start to see it.
Any break?
But,
Are we done? Still on.
Okay, we're still at.
Experience the difference buying your next pre-owned ride at Schultz. Certified technicians ensure our inventory gets up-to-date maintenance. Most purchases include a limited lifetime engine warranty and more. That's why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
We get how uncertain the future is. We've come of age in a complex world, face to face with problems we didn't create. So what's gonna happen next? We are. Because our future is the future. The life we have chosen has prepared us for this. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day. We're going to save families from disasters and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more because we have an appointment with destiny. We invite you to join us. The next greatest generation is now.
You're watching CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures. CCS-TV isn't just a television channel, it's a powerful extension of Collaborative Children's Solutions, a nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering children with the tools they need to unleash their full potential. Our mission is to spark the flames of passion for broadcasting within the young minds of tomorrow. We believe in providing authentic, hands-on experiences in the field of broadcasting, allowing children to explore their creativity and communication skills in a supportive environment. Tune into CCS-TV for a unique blend of educational and entertaining content created by the brilliant minds of our young broadcasters. From informative shows to imaginative storytelling, every program is crafted with the intention of fostering curiosity, self-expression, and a love for learning. CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures. Student interns are welcome. Learn more at ccs-tv.com. You're watching the Great American Solar Eclipse on CCS-TV.
Not as big of a crowd now. People are kind of starting to shift out, but...
Switch with me. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
When you're on live TV.
All right.
Sorry. Switch. We'll get one
All
on
right.
either end.
We're here with...
Amy and Miranda.
All right.
So what do you do when you're on live TV? At the end, when you're going out, you yell out, biggest voice, the Jim voice here says, give me the furthest person away. Miranda here yells out, Gainesville, Florida. Gainesville, Florida came here just for the eclipse. And I'm sorry, your name?
Amy.
Amy is from Pittsburgh. Also her birthday with mine and Molly over there, by the way, who came here from the last eclipse. You came
2017. We've been planning this since 2017.
Planning it since 2000. Tell me about Gainesville, Florida coming here.
It's great. It's definitely a little bit colder up here right now.
Yeah,
but
you haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah,
this is midsummer up here.
But it's been really nice. We're staying on the river, and I love it. And yeah, we didn't get a full eclipse, obviously, in Florida. So this was amazing. I didn't expect it to be so dark.
So did you, from Pittsburgh, you decided to come?
Well, last time we didn't have the full eclipse,
Okay.
and we said today we'd rather see this darkness than watching the moon move across the sun.
Sure.
Experiencing that darkness was really something.
That was crazy.
It was amazing.
That was like, so
Crazy
just to give you a little backstory, I live on the west side of Jamestown, and my wife is texting me pictures of beautiful blue sky. I'm like, we're going to miss it. And it didn't get as dark over there. I go, she texted
Not
me,
at
goes,
all.
what's going on? I said, it's dark,
It was
here
nighttime.
right now. This is night right here right now. It was crazy.
And it was quiet, even though people were talking. It was
Yeah.
just like a...
And at the same time, we had planes flying in and out.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
And to watch it move through, it was happening.
This was it. And Gainesville, Florida. And Pittsburgh.
All the way
That's
here for the
exactly
eclipse.
what we're talking. And just for did you come alone?
No, I came with a friend.
Came with a friend.
Yeah.
With a group from Gainesville, Florida to come to Chautauqua County, Jamestown, New York.
Just for the eclipse.
Now, did you look at anything when you were here? Did you do anything other than this?
We went to the Comedy Center, which was fantastic.
We ate at the
went
Swamp.
to Lucy.
Ate at the Swamp.
Ate
That's
at
the
the
best
Swamp.
wings.
Wings?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, those wings are
And
good.
we need somewhere to go now.
Shawbucks.
Where's that?
You gotta go to Shawbucks,
It's,
right across the street from the National Comedy Center.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
there
exactly.
we go.
They
Birthday
visited
dinner.
the National. What'd you think of the National Comedy Center?
That is an awesome
She's
museum.
been raving about it.
Have you?
We spent over 4 hours there.
4 hours of the National. By the way, rumor has it, like they have since they've opened, there's a little bit of a festival in August where they bring in. Last year was actually Fluffy. It was Jerry Seinfeld's been here. You know, in case you ever want to make. Now, if you think this is warm, Miranda, you come back in August. I'm going to promise you weather now. But yeah, I mean, and that's what we were talking about. Now, just to give you a little background, I've been here my whole life. I teach. I'm a school teacher. And we have a little nonprofit, and we started a kids TV channel, CCS-TV, which is, the deal is that I don't tell them what to do. And we bring in kids to run cameras and do editing and do all the interviewing. These are two newbies. These are kids I've known him since he was a little dude. And this is a high school kid from where they both go to the school system I teach in, but it's a raw experience we try to give them. Is just say, here, you guys show us what you want to do. Similar to what you did. I love the fact that you two yelled out that we're from here at Pittsburgh. Because we've been talking about our area.
All the area and everybody coming all over the world.
And whatever, and like how you came here to see this. This is great. Comedy Center, the Swamp. They might go to Shawbucks tonight. We'll call Kurt Johnson, tell him you're coming.
My husband's been watching the live stream on YouTube.
Yes, so he's been watching the live stream on YouTube. Yeah. It's getting hits. But yeah, we and literally the guy that thought of this, and he's with the county, and the county executive is a friend of everybody's. He's a local guy himself, and County Executive Wendell is totally behind this, and we've been able to develop a Roku channel, and this is what we do. We had the Christmas parade. We had 2 high school girls commentate that. We turned the river green. That's another good time to come back to Jamestown. Turn the river green in Chautauqua County. We turn the river green
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day for
That's
a big
one
festival.
too.
But yeah, thank you for just yelling out. That was so awesome.
Thank you guys.
When are you going
Appreciate
back?
it.
I go back Wednesday.
What are you gonna do till Wednesday? You'll find something to do.
You'll find something to do.
You gotta try Elmo's.
We're going to a Pirate game.
You're going to a Pirate. Good for you. That's awesome.
Who do they play? Who do the Pirates play?
They're going to play Baltimore?
Baltimore.
No.
Baltimore.
We'll
beat them last night.
Are the Pirates any good?
Yeah, they're just
No, they're not.
They're 7-2 right
They
now.
might be a little
I believe,
decent.
last
I
time
think they're a little
They're
decent.
7-2. That's good.
Go Bucks.
That's decent.
Go Bucks, go Pens!
World Series tickets.
Oh,
You kidding me?
that's decent. That's decent.
That's
Go
awesome.
Sabres, 4 points out.
Exactly. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We're going to wrap. Thank you, Miranda and Patty. Amy, I apologize. I'm so excited. You do not know how excited I am that they yelled out they were from Gainesville and Pittsburgh. Thank you for coming up. And we'll take a break for a second. And we'll pull a commercial, and we'll come back and wrap it up here in a second.
Thanks.
Thank you guys so much. Very much. Hope you guys here. Who's your husband?
You're watching the Great American Solar Eclipse on CCS-TV. This is CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Market value pricing means you save more at Schultz Auto Group. Search for your next vehicle in person or online within our dealer network, now with an even greater selection of EVs. MVP means you'll get the best deals within our market. Schultz brings the showroom to you with optional, personalized virtual walk-around, remote financing, DMV services, and home delivery. 50 years experience with modern customer care. That's why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
At Wegmans, we've packed our fresh and delicious salads with incredible flavor. Each one is made with our very best ingredients, like fresh greens, imported cheeses, and our signature dressings. We've packed big, delicious flavor into every bite for salads that are endlessly good.
Lead-based paint was banned in 1978 for residential use, but 8 out of 10 of homes in Chautauqua County were built prior to that. One of the ways we can help here at the health department is coming in to test your home. We bring an XRF device. It doesn't destroy painted surfaces. We just lay that right on the surface, and it will give us a reading of lead-based paint levels in your home. We test homes built prior to 1978 where children under 6 live or visit up to 6 hours per week, and homes with pregnant women. For more information, visit healthychq.com. With the Chautauqua County Health Department, I'm Anna Powell.
You're watching CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures. You're watching the Great American Solar Eclipse on CCS-TV.
Welcome back. Just wrapping up here now. So.
Yep, we're just going to wrap it up. So really quick, I'm going to let these two gentlemen talk it out here. I just want to thank everybody. I've been getting, my phone has been vibrating in my pocket. Just, you know, Miranda's husband's watching the feed in Gainesville, and everybody has been watching the feed. I want to thank Mike and Danny as our cameramen that stood in for us today. Justin, obviously, in the control booth. And obviously Vaughn and Cam for coming out and doing their thing. I've told them both separately numerous times, gentlemen, this is a wide open program, so anytime you got something going on, get a camera, get a microphone, go film it, we'll put it up on the channel. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank absolutely the best county executive in the whole wide world, his staff, the airport, cameraman, everybody behind the scenes, and these two gentlemen just for doing what they did today. I'm going to let them wrap it up, and thank you for watching. I appreciate everybody.
All right, here we are. The crowd's, you know, way smaller than they were earlier, but it was just absolutely crazy to see that many people here at once. We had people from all over, obviously. Miranda from Gainesville, the guy with the Packers jacket, I assume he's from Wisconsin. And then, you know, just crazy and absolutely beautiful views earlier. And just astonishing, really. Total darkness earlier. You love to see it. You know.
Yeah, and also, it was a little cloudy, but now it's kind of starting to open up since it got a little lighter, but it was just wild how dark it really got. It was like nighttime for like 4 minutes. It was wild. And then after a few minutes, it lit back up again. But yeah, now the crowd is starting to get off a little bit. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody. It was really fun.
And you know, just looking at all this earlier, just thinking about it, the sky was just the orange, you could just see it. It was beautiful, absolutely astonishing out here. And then you got I don't know, you still got people here, not as many, you know, obviously, but you know, we still got some crowds here, you know, still some people. And that I think that's it, really. Yes. Thank you for watching. This is CCS-TV. See you next time. Oh shoot.